Hey, this is Brian. Sarah and I recently took a trip to Walt Disney World to see the Epcot Taste of Food and Wine Festival. Come with us and we'll show you how the safety measures at the park are working and the crowd levels after a month of being reopened. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. This is Khaki Shorts, where we cover travel, food, and just utter nonsense. Epcot's hours have been shortened. The park doesn't open until 11 a.m. now. They won't let you into park until 10:30. In the parking lot, they are directing you to park nose to tail with a space in between each car. That way when you're getting out, you aren't right up next to anyone else. The trams are not running, so you'll have to walk to the front entrance. Luckily, we were only about 10 rows out, so it wasn't too bad. You're directed to a double line where they will take your forehead temp inside a walk-through tent. We saw a few people who were borderline, so they were directed to a set of tents where they were out of the sun, could get some cold water, and sit down for a bit. Then their temps were taken again. Security is a bit different as well. Instead of going through your bags, you carry them through a metal detector, putting your metal in plastic trays similar to the airport. They have ticket booths open, but only one per stand instead of the usual two. Remember, you have to buy a ticket for your specific day and reserve which park you want to go to online beforehand. We had printed a barcode and had to go through the ticket booth to exchange it for plastic tickets. Going through the entrance is the same, just tap your ticket or magic band. This is where we first noticed the safety gear on each cast member. They're all wearing masks, and when in direct contact with guests, they also have on a face shield. The crowd level was very small, especially jarring since this was a Saturday. We headed for Soarin and walked right on. The sign outside said 10 minutes, but there was literally no one in line. They have these stand here stickers on the floor about 6 feet apart. Once you get to the loading area, you're instructed which row and to stand on the blue circles. We only had 2 groups on our row, my wife and I, and one other guy, and we were put at opposite ends of the row. Between each row waiting area, they have constructed these plexiglass shields. We noticed these on every attraction where you snake back and forth next to each other or where you have to stand side by side. Upon entering and exiting each attraction, they have automated pump dispensers of hand sanitizer. They have more than one, so people aren't bunched up waiting on them. They're earmarking plenty of space between guests when boarding attractions. On Living with the Land, there were only 3 people on our entire boat, and they had these plastic shields between all the seats. We also saw portable hand washing stations set up throughout the park. All the lines for the food kiosks had the same ground markings to give you a visual cue of how far to stand apart in line. Most places they won't hand you your food, but set it on the counter and you pick it up. They have more tables than usual set out, and they are set about 6 feet apart. Because of the lower crowd levels, we never had trouble finding a table to stand at and have our food. Some of these are out in the broiling sun, but we brought an umbrella and would stand under that while eating. When we first arrived, the park seemed eerily empty, but as the day wore on, the crowd level seemed to increase, but it never got anywhere near what even a weekday usually is. The wait times for attractions were all very manageable. Our longest wait was for Frozen Ever After, and that was only 25 minutes. Most attractions were 5 to 15 minutes at the most. We only counted a few times where people had forgotten to put their mask on or were trying to walk around drinking and eating without them on. Cast members were gently, and in one case not so gently, reminding them that they had to have their masks on. Due to the lower crowd levels, everyone having masks, the constant cleaning, abundance of hand sanitizer, and social distancing, we felt pretty safe. If you don't want to wear a mask or are worried about going out, then a theme park is probably not somewhere you need to be anyway. Hope this gave you a better idea of how the parks are operating right now. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos about food, travel, and just utter nonsense.